Hey guys, it's Kevin, your visa guy here in the Philippines. As the year comes to a close, I wanted to bring you to another video similar to the one that I previously made, unusual visa questions. Honestly, I didn't expect that video would reach out to many people, but I'm glad it did. Since then, I've been receiving a lot of emails, inquiries, and I'm always glad to address them. And also, most of them are still outside the Philippines. So today we will be getting into part two of the unusual visa questions. And I hope the information that I share with you today would be able to help you navigate the visa process here in the Philippines. So stick around, grab a cup of coffee. Let's get down to business. Okay, number one. Do I need to show proof of income before you can apply for a visa? Now, there are different types of visas in the Philippines. Neither of them will require you to show proof of income. Now, in the case of the SRV, there are certain categories that will require you to show proof of income. But take note, the SRV will only require to show proof of a lifetime pension income. It's not the regular income that you might be asking for, but it should be a lifetime pension income. Now, if you just want to stay here as a tourist, you don't need to show proof of income. So from the moment you arrived, from the time that you will be doing visa extensions, the government or the Bureau of Immigration will not require you to show proof of income. Okay, number two. I heard that I can stay up to 3 years as a tourist. Can I extend the tourist visa yearly? The answer is no. You only have two options when you extend your tourist visa here in the Philippines. Let's say, for example, you're from a visa free country, let's say the USA. Come to the Philippines, you are initially given 30 days free. That's without visa, right? Now, your first extension is called the visa waiver, and that will only bring you up to an additional 29 days. So 30 days free plus 29 days. And at that point, you will already have a tourist visa. Now, after that 29-day visa extension or the visa waiver, you will then have two options. It could be 1 month or a 2 month visa extension. Before, they give out 6 months extensions to anyone who would ask for it. But now I think they only give 6 months for those expats that are married to a Filipino citizen, and number two, to those expats who are at an advanced age. Yeah, again, so the answer is no. You can only extend your tourist visa every 1 or 2 months. There's no 1 year visa extension. No. Okay, number three. My Filipina wife and I will be retiring in the Philippines for good. Do I need to bring a police report and my birth certificate from the USA for my visa? Okay, I assume that you're applying for a 13A spousal visa. So just to let you know, you can actually apply for a 13A spousal visa there in your home country. So that would be at the Philippine Embassy or at the Philippine Consulate. Okay, so what's the difference? When you apply for a 13A spousal visa here in the Philippines, you need to go through two stages. So from a tourist, you will first apply for a 13A probationary residency, and that's only a visa good for 1 year. Now, before that visa runs out, you need to apply for the second stage, which is the 13A permanent residency, and then you're done. So two stages if you apply here in the Philippines. Now, when you apply for a 13A spousal visa there in your home country at the Philippine Embassy or at the Philippine Consulate, there's no probationary residency. So that means you can get directly the permanent residency. The only thing is once you have the permanent residency, you need to complete the process by going to the Philippines and applying for an ACRI card. Now your question is, do I need to bring a police report and my birth certificate from the USA for my visa? Now that depends. If you apply there in your home country, they might require these things. But if you apply here, it's not required. Now, just to give you an idea, if you apply for a 13A here in the Philippines, there are three major documents that you need. There's no foreign documents needed from your country. Everything can be obtained here in the Philippines. Number one, the PSA marriage certificate. Number two, the PSA live birth certificate of your Filipino spouse. And number three, your NBI clearance here in the Philippines. The NBA clearance is basically a police report here in the Philippines. So again, you don't need to bring a police report and your birth certificate from your home country if you will be applying for a 13A here in the Philippines. Okay, number four. I intend to apply for the SRRV and have got all the requirements. Do I need to have a return ticket when I enter? The answer is yes, you still need to, because technically, if you're still applying for the SRV, you're still a tourist at that point. And if you're a tourist entering the Philippines, you will be required to get an exit ticket within your initial stay. Now, it doesn't have to be a return ticket, it could be an onward ticket to the cheapest place that you can book to. For example, Hong Kong or Taiwan. So when you come to the Philippines, you can just throw the ticket away. And also, some expats use a throwaway ticket. Now, I don't know where to get the legit one, but most people say they get a throwaway ticket. And once you have the SRV, there's no need for you to get an exit ticket when you travel to the Philippines. Also, I found something interesting. Before the pandemic, when you extend your tourist visa, you are actually given a visa sticker and it will be put on your passport. Every time you extend, you are given another sticker. Now, since the pandemic, there has been no visa sticker, so they just give you a visa receipt indicating when is your visa valid until. And earlier, I was on Facebook and I was just scrolling and I found a guy who just extended his visa. And it turns out the immigration has brought back the visa extension sticker. So I'm not sure if it has been implemented to all offices. So expect that when you extend your tourist visa, they will put a sticker on your passport. So I'm gonna put a sticker on the screen so you would know what I'm talking about. Number 5. I just got married. How soon can I apply for the 13A visa? If you just got married, the only document that's holding you back in applying for the 13A visa would be the marriage certificate, because the Bureau of Immigration will require a PSA copy. Now, typically, after your marriage, it will take around 6 months for the PSA copy to be available. Now, let me explain to you why. After your wedding day, the marriage certificate will be first forwarded to the local civil registry office, where they will process it internally and then they will issue you a local marriage certificate. Now, that is not acceptable if you apply for the 13A. The Bureau of Immigration will require a PSA copy, which is a national copy. Once the local office registers your marriage certificate, it will then be forwarded to the PSA office. Now, that process might take around 6 months. After 6 months, the PSA will then be able to register your marriage certificate nationwide. By then, you can already go to any PSA office and request a marriage certificate. Now, there is one way that you can shorten up to 6 months. During the processing period in the local office, you can actually ask them to do an electronic endorsement. I'm not sure if all offices do that, but from my experience, they have done that here. Before they even send out the marriage certificate to the PSA, make sure that you tell them that you want it to be electronically endorsed. Now, that electronic process will only take a month. After a month, you can then get your PSA marriage certificate. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it from the day you've been watching my videos up to now. I know my channel is not that big compared to other vloggers out there, but what matters is I have you guys. So thank you for those people who have been watching my videos, leaving a comment, sending me emails, buying me cups of coffee, and to those people who have donated to the channel. I truly appreciate it. Every contribution goes a long way in helping me do what I do. So if you have questions about Philippine visas, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email at vin.philippines@gmail.com and I'll be glad to address them. Also, before I forget, I'm also open in doing one-on-one video calls. So let's say if you're still outside the Philippines and you want to figure out your visa options here, let me know. I'm glad to help you out. So just send me an email and let's meet up at a time that we are both available, because I know the time difference. And absolutely, there's no fee. It's absolutely for free. Again, zero charge. It's up to you if you want to donate, but again, there's no obligation for you to pay. So I think 30 minutes or 1 hour would be good enough. So if you need that kind of help, let me know, send me an email. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Happy New Year, guys.